Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to take you through on how to create a simple splash screen. We're going to create a simple splash screen. So I'm going to teach you on how to create it in a very simple way that you don't need to code you don't need to write too much lines of code. So let's start. We're going to create a new project. We're going to name it splash screen. So I'll just name it splash screen application. I'm using Java as the language. So I will leave my API to be at API 21 lollipop. Alright, so let's click. I'm using empty project as I previously started from here. So let's click on finish. Alright, so our project has been successfully built, successfully synced. So what we are going to do is that since it's a splash screen, so we need another activity which is going to pop up. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to allow this main activity, which is this main XML, this main activity.xml to be the splash screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a relative layout. So I'm going to remove this text and use an image view. I'll set it as match parent. Alright, so I need an image to use for this. So I'm going to use I have an image here, which is an app that I was creating, Play and Win, which is on Play Store. I can provide the link for you to see. So I want to use this image, so I'll just copy it. I'll come to my Android Studio. I'll come to the resource folder. The resource file. I will paste it here on the drawable. Let's paste it on the drawable, not drawable 24. Then click OK. So it's here. So we are going to bring it into the main activity. So I'm going to use source. Alright, source. Then is on the, you can see it is here, drawable slash splash screen. So that is what I named the image. So you can see the image is here. So what I need is that I need to remove the dark action bar. I don't need it. So the next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm going to create another activity so that whenever the splash screen finish, it will just lead to another activity, and this activity we are going to call it as home activity. So we'll name it as home activity. We're using Java. So click on finish. So once the splash screen finish displaying, it will just lead us to the home activity. So here we are just going to set a text. The text will be that we're just going to set a text as, let me set the layout. I'll use relative layout. I'll set a text view, match parent, or let me set it as wrap content. Gravity, I'll set it to be in the middle. So let me set the gravity here. All right, so it's now in the middle. Let's increase the text size. (50 sp) so that it can be visible. So there's nothing, we don't need to do any other work on this. We just need to show this text so that we'll know that it has moved to the next activity. So the main work is going to be on the main activity, which is going to, this is the main activity. Once we open our application, this is the first activity that will be displayed. So we'll set it as the splash screen. So once the splash screen finish displaying, it will just lead us to the next activity. So let's create some code here. Let's write some code. It's going to be very easy. I'll show you a very easy way to write to code for splash screen. So we are going to use handler. So say handler. So we'll come to the onCreate activity, the onCreate. So inside the onCreate, we are going to set handler is equal to new handler. All right. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to set handler dot post delay new runnable. So you can see it has a lot of things, a lot of code here. That will just click it, enter, it will just give you all the necessary code that you need. Here you conclude it with you end it with semicolon. So inside here we are going to write a code that once it open the main activity, it should lead the user to the, once the splash screen finish display, it should lead the user to another activity. So we are going to write the activity that the user need to go to. So we are going to use the start activity and lead the user to, we are going to use the intent and lead the user to the home activity. So let's write our code for intent. All right, so inside here, inside this our intent, we are going to say main activity. We wrote intent is equal to new intent main activity dot this, then home activity dot class. So we are going to say start activity intents. So the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to give the splash screen how many minutes, how many seconds for the splash screen to delay. We'll give it as 3 seconds. So 3000 milliseconds is equal to 3 seconds. So you can see with what we just wrote here, we have finished creating our splash screen app. So let's run this app and see the way it's going to be. It's as simple as that. If you don't understand, you comment below for me to know where you are having error. So let's wait for our emulator is already up and our app is running. You can see our splash screen has come up. It has led to the next activity. So that is how simple it is to create a splash screen. I just decide to run it again. It goes to the next activity, which is the home activity, and this is the home activity. So you can see that it's very, very easy to create a splash screen. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumb up, subscribe, like and share with your friends. I'll see you next time. I'll be creating a lot of content on this channel. Thank you for being my subscriber. Please subscribe, like, share with your friends. See you some other time.